Howdy doody, y'all. How's it going?
Howdy,
Hello,
hey.
everyone,
I didn't
and
know
welcome
we were
to
going live.
Hello.
Making Character, where we try not to, but things
Never in
happen.
character.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Hi and welcome. If you will notice, we are missing our beloved Boston tonight. He might be lurking in the chat. He may
He's
not.
supposed
We
to
don't
be.
know.
He said,
So, Blade has
Right,
informed us
kidnapped his...
that Brett is not streaming, Brett's wife is streaming, and Brett is being supportive with her.
Ah.
So, in other words, Brett chose Mal over us, and I think we should all be disappointed.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, Brett is watching. But why is Mal not in the chat watching us?
Exactly.
Because they are doing stream stuff. So that's fine.
It's okay.
I don't vibe.
We really needed a betrayal to get us going tonight, so.
I mean, to be fair, he is the first one we're going to kill off, so like,
Well, I was
You
I'm
said
more
earlier that
concerned-
they were going to kill me first.
oh well.
I'm more concerned that one of our number one fans isn't here, but at least we have Blade. We love you, Blade. He's not.
Blade, we can beat him up for you.
We can totally
Brett-
do that.
Is out of state, away from his laptop, so we're going to proceed without him. Next week, we will be missing 3 members, so we will not be streaming, at least not here. Others might have their respective channels going on. Let's get to know the members that are here. Blood, would you like to start us off? What?
Oh,
Before we hop into that,
don't we have the thing?
y'all may have noticed we'll do that a little bit, probably after
Oh.
character intros. But
Okay.
one of the things you'll notice tonight about the stream is it's a slight bit different. Adventures and Initiative has rebranded to A&I Pod, and so you'll see a cool new logo in the corner. You'll see it all over the place, and you'll see some changes to the stream. So I just wanted to tell people about that before we got too far in.
Yes.
And they went,
if
wait,
you're-
what?
If you're looking at the stream going, I sent something, what is it? Disturbance?
Something is amiss.
Yeah, something is amiss. They have done a new logo and they have done a new thing. So it's the same channel, same shows, new look. Isn't it fancy? All right.
We've been upgraded, guys.
So yes, let's do a player intros and then we will get into the game. Bloodless, would you like to start us off?
Hi guys, I am Bloodless King, and I play Fenrana Edsith, a Kalshatar bard who is here. I don't. They are struggling. Also, first thing first, going to make a support pet. Other than that,
Will it be an octopus?
No, it's probably gonna be of the feathered variety.
Of the what variety?
Feathered variety.
Feathered, okay.
Oh, okay, so like a fox.
So it's gonna be squishy.
I'm not gonna lie, I heard of the fatter variety and a turkey. Both of those. So, I think you should have a turkey familiar. I'm not gonna lie.
Blade suggests
Turkey.
dinosaur, which is like a turkey,
A
but less
dinosaur?
angry.
Raptors are just very angry hens.
Let's go with Baldric. Rev, you want to do your thing?
Hello, I'm Sanguine Rev, and I'm playing Baldric, our ever so kind butler. Yeah, and he doesn't have anything special going on right now. He's just like chilling at home and hiding inside. I mean, staying inside. Let's go to Ramita, who had invisibility cast on herself there for a little bit.
You didn't see anything. I'm making cookies right now because I am wanting cookies. I am Ramita Thornstep, the halfling barbarian. That is kind of the wild card. I don't know why the hell I'm still here, but I am. Granny doesn't make sense, but Granny's awesome.
That reminds me, you missed the conversation earlier, but you're Toto.
I'm Toto.
That's all you get to know.
Okay.
I had forgotten about that.
Except Toto is about to be replaced with another Toto. A bird Toto. Anyways, go ahead.
We're replacing Ramita with Fen's familiar? Wow.
Oh, damn.
No longer than pet?
The second betrayal of the night, and we're not even to gameplay.
How
Damn.
would you?
Brett leaves and we fall apart.
That's why he's the leader.
You're just going through for each other's throats. It's fine.
It's awesome.
Play nicely, okay? Hi, I'm Tony. I play Nash. Heart of the party, Buns of Steel, and generally confusing and wants to be in a telenovela apparently. Also has to meet with his parole officer today, so that's gonna be a fun time.
But if he doesn't, bonus points?
If you mean
Bonus
running
jail
from the
points.
law, bonus points, yes.
Yeah, something like that.
But,
Oh boy.
Oh my.
we don't want those bonus points.
Yes. So those are our players. Let's get into it.
Let's
So- Last we left off our players, our characters, this little party of misfits some their way to Orfberg. No, Ithros.
No, we were Ithros.
Yep, I corrected myself.
What?
Sorry. My brain is already 4 steps ahead, so excuse
Let's
me.
go. Apparently that's our next destination, guys.
Heck yeah.
I'm just assuming y'all are gonna make your way up the coast, Ithros, Warfberg, Aurora, and we're just gonna make the whole,
Or are we just gonna make the whole trip?
it's a whole, like, I don't know. You guys are still in control. You guys decide where your character is gonna go. But just in
Granny's
case.
last hurrah.
It's a whole tour. So they made their way to Ithros, the city of inventions. They came across the skyline of clock towers, cityscapes, and buildings upon buildings, whether they were intentionally built that way or haphazardly, second thought, built on top of each other with, structures to hold them in place. Bridges, zeppelins, gondolas, and hovercrafts. Segways, personal, dual, maybe even a quad Segway. Just to get around, and a lot of people also walk. Stairs, escalators, moving sidewalks, the whole bit. Covered bridges. They found their way to Boston's apartment. After, having a grand tour of his office that was empty and looked like it was ready for someone to rent it. They found new clothing at the local corner store. They found incense and ingredients for summoning. And they found a night's rest at Boston's apartment, his 2-bedroom or conversion bedroom apartment, which Baldric had decided to set the alarm the night before, including the office and his, the Rolls Royce.
The office in Brett's house.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the car was also set.
Yeah, but it's its own thing.
It's
its own
not a spell.
No, true. Was there anything the characters wanted to do before going to bed, or is this upon
I
waking?
have a bird to summon.
Okay.
Before going out, I am going to take one of the sets of incense and herbs and all that to his patio area and do a quick witch roll. And it's up to everyone else whether or not they would decide to look in on this. But yeah, and after like 10 minutes, I believe it is, I have a raven just kind of sitting there in front of me.
I'm not gonna lie, Nash probably will peek out and observe a little bit. He won't say much.
Granny's just gonna have a glass somewhere.
So out on the little mini balcony that's big enough for a chair or two and some balcony rail poinsettias, Fenrana is casting a circle and doing their enchantments, and
Lots of little scribbles on the ground.
yes. And when done, a puff of smoke rises from the center of the circle and collects up on top of the rail of this balcony and forms a bird shape until it solidifies into a raven.
Raisin? It's a raisin.
Yeah.
Hello, Cesar. And that's it. I just wanted to make sure I got that out of the way so I didn't have to spend the spell slot tomorrow.
Okay.
When you get in, Nash is gonna bombard you with questions about magic.
Absolutely.
And you're not ritual cast?
Not as a feature with my bard class, unfortunately.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I also can't.
Yeah, no.
Rick, your alarm, is it set for the balcony or is it for internal only?
It's the perimeter, so like doors and windows and such.
Okay. How do you have it set for? Is it alarm or is it silent?
Yeah, it's in my head.
Okay, so the alarm does go off when this bird enters.
It seems we have an intruder, and he's gonna draw his sword and like run upstairs towards it.
Baldric, were you inside the apartment? It is a one-floor apartment.
Oh, yeah, inside. Then yeah.
Yeah.
Just goes vaguely into the other room.
Yeah, there's like it's small, as in like there's almost no hallways. There's the kitchen, there's the living room, there's sections, but
He's
it's
going
big
to-
and spacious within that small area.
As he feels like he's the first one, he's the front line of this knowledge. He's gonna like try and kick in the door at the balcony.
Okay. So Fen is entering in off the balcony. We'll say the door is a glass door and it slides.
So you see me.
So you see Fenrana and you see this raven that is either following or is on their shoulder, and nothing else. So up to you to decide if character decides that the raven is the intruder or the intruder is invisible.
I mean,
If you want to roll an intelligence check.
yeah, always.
Oh no.
Ooh. Nat 20 plus 0.
Okay. The intruder is most definitely the raven. But what their intentions are?
By the way,
Oh,
at this
yeah.
point, Ben is just like sitting here like, oh, my lovely.
There seems to be a raven that's eating Fen's fingers. And yeah, I'm
No,
gonna kick the
no.
Right? I feel like Nash is sitting on the couch. Like Nash is nearby, right? Like,
Yeah, and the door was glass, so you watched the whole performance happen.
I mean,
And Ramita, you could probably have seen some of it if you're in another chair drinking.
Yeah, I'm just chilling in the chair, like having a drink to relax towards the end of the day.
I wouldn't worry about it, Baldric. It's made of shadows, and shadows can't really eat things well. So, like, you're probably fine.
Shadows are the scariest
Shadow.
things
You hit
I've
the
ever
door.
come across.
Does a 13 hit the door?
What?
Does a 13 hit the door?
Are you breaking his door?
I said I was gonna kick the door.
Oh,
Well, Fenrana's right on the other side. So you're gonna go and kick the door
might
with
get-
Fenrana
I might get
entering?
Gosh, you're gonna
Okay.
hurt
Glass
my
is gonna
head.
shatter on me.
somewhere.
Okay. Gosh. All right.
man, I can't tell
How
my
is this
probation
roll?
officer about you guys at all, can I? Jeez.
Roll me an initiative,
No.
Fen and Rev. I need to see which happened first. Did the door open and then Rick kicked it in, or did Rick kick it in and then?
Oh, that was a 4.
Rick, what did you do?
22
I'm very
for initiative.
distracted by my bird.
22. Okay.
I have a
Fen,
new
as you finish the spell and the bird, and you like turn to go in, the door is kicked at you. You will have to roll a dex to get out of the way.
Well, I was gonna say, because I'm kicking it, it's an unarmed attack. It's 0 damage because I have a negative strength. That's
That
where I
is-
was going with it. Is that I would run up and kick the door, and essentially
Nothing.
nothing happens to the door.
Just like a thunk.
This is true. So yes, Fenrana, you see Baldric running towards the door, kicking at the door, and their foot collapses on themselves and they fall down.
Here's the funny part
boy.
for me. How heavy are you again, Baldric?
Very.
Like a ton,
Up
right?
to the
650
200.
pounds?
About what?
650 is what my sheet says.
I thought we said it was like around 200, but okay, I can't remember.
No, because that was wrong on the sheet. Remember, because it was Baldric, Nash, and Boston were having trouble picking him up.
Right.
And I can
Okay,
lift
okay.
near 500 by myself.
Sure. Okay, sounds good. Yes, a 600-pound man just falls after trying to kick in a door that did not move.
How is it you're so good at fighting, but
Sticks him with the pointy end.
This door is very strong.
Opens the door casually. Are you okay, Baldric?
And are you okay? There's a thing attacking you.
It's not. This is mine. It's my familiar. I have. This is an entity created from my magic.
Oh,
but like, how?
Basically, I called a being that is rather amorphous, more like a sprite from another plane to this one to look like this. I can make it look like different things.
So,
So wait,
what is it gonna do?
why did you turn a drink into an animal?
Wait, you didn't steal from my glass for that, did you?
What? I used it. Oh no. So a spirit, not the alcoholic variety. As in an entity, a being.
Okay.
I don't know if I say wisp you will understand.
But like,
Oh, the things that like try to kill people.
Potentially.
so but
Yes.
like, you use magic, right? Like, so
Yes.
Do you have like magic solar panels? Do you have to like collect it, or
Magic it depends on what form of magic you take. My form is mostly allocated from my force of personality. Oh, my dog just threw a fit because I sat on his foot.
or pop?
Buddy, move then. Why are you right behind me? Okay. He doesn't get to complain anymore. Anyway, bardic magic is largely brought from one's own personality, just sheer force of will, honestly. Whereas there are those who study the arcane in a more traditional way, and theirs come from more foci, wizards and such. They learn from books. Books teach, and theirs is more forced by their brain. And then there's other contracts and birthrights and such you can also take, but it's...
Do you have to... Whose eye becomes the folk's eye?
Foci is plural focus.
Yes,
So
in my experience, you focus with your eyes.
You're saying that it's personality based, but like none of us have any like magic for anything.
See Nash literally turn himself into beast. Partially.
That's not magic,
That is
though.
That's just who Nash is.
It's a form of magic, though.
It is not.
How
Nash
do you
just has the ability.
explain the fact that you grow appendages
Evolution.
rather quickly, entirely too quickly? Also, they go away after he calms down.
Have you never seen a gecko?
That's not the same thing, and you know it.
Also, hair grows.
Most geckos aren't 6.5 feet tall.
Nails naturally grow.
It's a biology thing.
Everyone hears a message from the calm voice. Hey, everything all right out there? From Boston.
Fine, just apparently giving lessons if you wanted to partake.
Yeah,
Nash is gonna heckle him for being a lazy ass for not walking the 10 feet or whatever after the
It's my apartment. I'm going back to bed.
Night.
From the sound of his voice, I can hear that he's not wearing pants.
I do believe he's been drinking as well.
Absolutely.
Isn't that his usual go-to? Anyway.
No, his is the SIGs.
He gets southern when he drinks.
I see. Makes sense, I suppose. But no, yeah. Poor Gears.
I had to do it. I'm sorry, Gears.
She's just so bad right there.
I am 2 seconds away from saying roll initiative.
I'll win. I'm immortal.
No,
It's not against you.
It's me for sure. Oh god.
Just the ceiling falls down.
Something like that.
Anyway, but yeah, so it's also a certain amount of purpose behind it. Like, anytime I'm trying to use one of my spells, I know what I'm trying to make happen. But I could get really nitty-gritty, but I have the feeling that you're just wanting the surface level stuff. Or do you want me to go into detail? I could go into detail.
I'm over it.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted... Is it learnable?
Magic? Absolutely. I mean, I wasn't born with magic.
So, like, how did you learn the personality magic?
So, mine was more of things started happening as I was learning already. And from that point, I learned music was the main source of my beginning point. I pull out my lyre, started on just learning to play and put intention into what I was playing. And that quickly moved on to, okay, I can smooth talk my way through certain things. I will admit, early on, there were a couple of times that I used it for less savory means on my own family, as experiments. But to be fair, he completely deserved it.
What? Because I'm gonna be running around with you a lot, how does one get to the point where they deserve it?
Years and years of talking down. It was personal. Also, it wasn't completely irreversible. He got better. Unfortunately.
That just sounds like a roundabout way to give someone a punch.
You've seen me punch things.
I mean, you could have pinched him.
I don't think it would have been any different than me punching him.
Pinching can do a lot of damage.
Yes, but when this
If
certain
you're sibling, you're
individual.
not trying to actually kill him. Or
Oh, you
parent.
thought I was talking about my sibling? No.
Oh.
Anyway,
We're talking about family still.
it was indeed family. It's fine. We're not discussing that now. I'm gonna go to bed because I haven't slept since the day before yesterday. I have a bird now. The bird is helpful. He is magic. His name is Caesar. He's fine.
Scissor?
Caesar.
Like cerveza?
Like Seza. Caesar.
S-E-Z-A. Caesar.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like Caesar, like the dressing, but not saying it right.
No, Caesar.
Seesaw.
It's a name from my background. It's fine.
Also, thank you for the hydrate, vampire butterfly.
Hydration.
Wonderful.
And Blade redeemed a stretch as well, so might as well.
For all you know, I hydrated.
You
and stretched
fucking
while I was away.
gremlin.
Gremlin.
Oh, Tony did the thing.
Honestly, that wasn't the goal. We can.
But yeah. Sleep
Okay.
now before this turns into a whole other conversation.
Okay.
Immediately hides, goes to find like a couch or something they can sleep on.
So before going to bed, Boston pulled the. So there was a large bed and a large bedroom, the living room that also doubled as a eating area, and then the kitchen. And before going to bed, he pulled the wall from that was dividing the bedroom and the living room, pulled it into a half wall, I guess. Basically taking it and pulling it into and dividing it into two rooms. His bed then split in half, one going into one room and then the other room. So it was like a king size is now two full size.
Okay.
And then I think somebody said they would claim the couch. Well, Rick did their usual standing position, and Ramita was going to grab either
She's
the
a
love seat
pile.
or a pile of clothes, or maybe the closet, or
Some
wherever
drawer?
Ramita decided to go. A drawer.
I think Nash suggested that Fen takes the couch because Fen might actually fit on the couch. And Nash
Ben
was
is
like,
little.
If anybody's okay, I'll take the bed.
Go for it, bud.
Which he's still too big for, but it's better than being crumpled on a couch.
Yeah.
I don't even think I could have been able to climb up on it, so
You
I mean, you're what,
could-
like 2.5, 3 feet?
And keep in mind the couch is like one of those large sectionals that you could like pull apart and make a love seat and 2 other chairs and
Yeah.
or put it all together in one big like
Fainting couch.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
All I need is a cushion. I'll be good.
a huge
A random
couch.
person who doesn't matter in chat is suggesting that Boston would have offered Nash the bed and he would sleep on the floor.
Yeah,
So
no, these
selfless.
First
I
off,
see. Well, that's
chat, it's starting to sound like a Blade suggestion right there. Second
Ah.
off,
that's a Brett suggestion.
it is.
No, it's not. It's
dangerously
Blade.
Close to and there was only one bed. Fanfic, like, come on. We know what's
That's
up here.
why I suggested that the bedroom split in 2 and it's divided and the bed splits into 2 single ones. Anywho, like I said, it's sort of like
One
a
bed.
functional Japanese room where you can just like pull walls out of other walls and
Sorry, I did not mean to have that outburst.
it's fine. Anywho, everyone is in their individual locations for sleeping, unless there's anything else the party wants to do for actually go to bed.
Nope, I made a mess of his patio and summoned a bird. We're good.
Granny's gonna make a mess in the kitchen in the morning. She's gonna wake up before everyone, or try to.
Okay,
Like
so
you're gonna be up before me.
Nash will be laying in one of the rooms, trying his hardest to do magic.
Buddy,
roll a Constitution
I'm gonna.
check for me.
This is it.
Burn the
I
place down.
pushed too far.
I'm gonna teach him magic. Watch me, damn it!
Hydrate and stretch.
You
We
said
already
a
did that.
Constitution
Thanks,
check?
Emerald.
Constitution.
Oh,
See how much of a migraine you give yourself
Oh, buddy.
before heading to bed.
That's a 10.
You get dizzy and sort of a headache before deciding that it's better you just pass out. And it might, yeah. You get a sense of, not vertigo, what's that other one? Nirvana? Yeah, no, vertigo. A sense of vertigo where you're a little off balance
Yeah, you're spinning.
before, I'll just stick to what I know, or I'll ask Fen about it in the morning, whichever you decide.
I will teach magic. I will teach him magic. Learn magic with me, buddy.
it's gonna start with like little music lessons, just like
This is a liar. These are the.
Starts off playing chopsticks. Do 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 do
Nash
do 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 do
multi-classes bard.
Barbarian!
The moment that happens, it's over for
The
y'all.
strongest multi-class in all of D&D.
The best part is he doesn't even have to even be in tune to have it work.
starts natural at it, pure natural.
Okay, so the night passes. Everyone gets a full night rest. Fenrana, you are no longer exhausted.
Exhausted.
I would like to celebrate that for a second, because this is, I think, the first time in a while that everyone in the party has gotten a full night's sleep. Because last night, Fen stayed up. Night before that, we all had nightmares. Night before that, I think we also all had nightmares. Or no, night before that, we got stuck in Dreamland, and then before that, we had nightmares / battery drain.
It's been
Everyone
a
had
rough
something.
week. It's been a
Everyone's
rough
had
week.
something.
We're fucked up. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Everything is perfect.
We've had a lot of trauma this week, so it's absolutely understandable that we wouldn't be sleeping correctly.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Fenrana,
Oh.
before you wake up,
Uh-oh.
Are you making me a liar?
you have a very interesting dream. You recall water, ocean waves, sand dunes, and a volcano. But the very minute details are lost to you as you are far, far too tired to have much of it remembered. But it does weigh heavy on your mind when you wake up.
Yeah. Volcano. Okay.
And you all come to in the morning rested. And Ramita, roll a
shit.
Constitution to see how early you wake up if you are able to make that big old breakfast you intended.
Oh yeah, give me a second. I forgot to get my dice out.
Oh no.
Wow.
And that... just a standard constitution.
Yes.
That is a 21.
Oh yeah, no, you absolutely get up early enough. In fact, you surprised Rick with how early you got up and started making everything. You are halfway through making your meal when Rick gets up, and you are 90% done when everyone else comes to. Ironically, though, there is a note on the door saying, had to do a thing, be back later, don't wreck my apartment.
No promises.
Why doesn't he ever tell us where he's going? Just disappears.
Master Boston is a fairly private person.
Nash will probably come out groggily at this point. You disappeared again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna schedule this thing, get it done out of the way early, I think. And he'll message his PO.
He'll say, wait, what kind of message? Like text, email, or phone call?
It'll be a text.
Okay. The reply will... Oh, go for it.
And it'll be something like, hey, back in town.
Oh.
We lost darkness.
We lost darkness.
Oh, well,
Momentarily. Just go ahead.
We'll keep going for the moment.
Yeah.
Even though, there we go. Somebody's back. There's darkness.
Ayo.
And now everyone has swapped places.
What the
It's
heck
fine.
happened? My screen's still like all fuckedy.
It's okay.
We lost you.
Your camera's
Going
off
to
too.
freak out on
Still
you.
don't have camera. But Nash is going to send a message basically saying,
Okay.
back in town. I'd like to
I
be
need to
early
restart
if we can. Get this out of the way.
Discord. I'll be right back.
If we need to take a break, by the way, we can totally do that.
If it takes more than a couple minutes, then yeah, we will.
Okay.
You'll get a reply almost, within 5 minutes. Says, I got a few things going this morning, but anytime this afternoon after 2, be great. Mind the traffic. The contest is this morning, and we'll probably hold you. My office is open till 7 p.m.
2:30 it is.
Understand. Let me know if you run late.
Will do.
Fenrana, if you are checking your notes, you do also receive a message from the professor, and they will be available all day. Just let them know. And what did you? Was there any specifics in the previous? I can't quite recall.
I had said that I wanted to talk to him in greater detail about what he had been studying before with the magical aging whatevers.
Right.
As well as just pick his brain on a couple of things.
Okay. They send you. Yes. Anytime you can make it, that'd be great. They send you coordinates of their location, and just let them know when you're on your way. They understand it'll take some time to get to them.
Yeah.
And
about how long would it be for me to get over to them?
So
from where we are,
looking at the GPS and the address of what they sent you, and in proximity to what was on record, they have not moved. They're still in the location that they had registered with the university 40 years ago, and it is 2 hours out of the city, but still in the city.
2 hours out of the city. Okay.
2 hours out of Warfburg in another city of the state of Warfburg.
Ithros.
Ithros. God. Yes. I know exactly where you guys are, but I keep saying Warfburg. Yes, Ithros.
You're all good.
It's more fun to say.
Muted,
yes,
Tony.
In the state of...
Sorry,
go ahead, Tony.
Nope, I had a quip in the moment. It's gone. It's okay.
Oh, buddy.
I was also muted and also had a quip. That's gone.
You know what?
Yes.
That's fine.
Sucks to suck,
That's
doesn't it?
perfectly fine. Sucks to suck. Revenge. No.
I'm gonna let you guys listen to me chew on pretzels.
Okay, go for it. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
Finn will actually come out and interact with the others. Get food.
Nash is basically going to be pacing whatever we do. Nash is like as we're waiting to go at the door or things like that. Nash will, anytime we pause for 10 seconds, Nash is just going to start pacing.
Fair.
So are your guys' appointments such that I can drive you both, or do we need to arrange a ride for someone?
More than likely, we can arrange for both to happen the same day.
When is your appointment?
Whenever I tell him I'm coming over, but he's about 2 hours outside of the city, so.
Mine's at mine's at 2:30, and apparently there's traffic from we had flyer right yesterday for some sort of competition. Was it
Tech thing?
Yes, the gathering for upstate sort of stuff, the tech convention thingy.
And it sounds like we're gonna have traffic. I don't actually know how far away from like here the PO's place is.
Okay, so you're currently located in a residential neighborhood in the downtown area, where Boston has his office. The parole officer is located in the industrial. Hang on 1 second. I'm reading my notes. Yes, industrial districts of Wartburg. The just outside of or just on the border of factories and warehouses and a lot of the production side of the city. So that is, we'll say, a 45-minute drive on a highway.
Okay. I will probably talk about this with Blood, or with Fen. Is that the same type of direction, right? If we go 45 minutes towards my thing, is that now an hour 15 in theirs, or is it now 3 hours to get to their person?
So comparing notes then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comparing notes.
Yeah, comparing whether or not.
Yeah, if we
can
use
pop
Bing
it.
to map quest it.
Here we go.
MapQuest. Who uses MapQuest?
Bing.
Rick is
Bing.
old-fashioned. He's 75 years old.
No, we need to go downstairs to the guy at the corner store, at the small
Getting that
bodega.
list.
His name is Tom Tom. He'll get us there.
Oh no.
You notice that in direction, it might add a 15-minute delay. However, okay, so you have to go out of your way to avoid the contest to get to Fenrana's professor. So at this point, if you head there and you would find yourself stuck in traffic probably for a couple hours. Going from the parole officer to the professors. But during normal time, probably just an additional 15 minutes. So 2.5 hours versus closer to 5.
I mean, with as much going on in the city, I think unless your meeting is going to be super late, it may be smart to split up here. Because if it's going to be
I don't know
4
how
hours in traffic
safe
between
I
the
feel
two-
splitting up in a city we've literally just gotten into.
I mean, we just gotten into the previous city and we split up just fine. I mean, it
And
went
look how well
poorly.
that ended.
Yeah. But I
No,
can't
I
miss
know,
mine.
I know.
Does it need to be the same day?
It doesn't. I can. But we only have 48 hours here. Correct?
I mean,
Or
that's just with
Rosita.
me.
Here,
Or,
just,
yeah.
We'll just call me a cab. I'll go to my thing. You guys can go see.
Aren't you going to need a little bit of assistance, seeing as you.
for a one?
Boston's not here.
Yeah, I thought Rick was gonna have to go with you, be the Fen's thingy.
Since you're technically attached to my
Yeah,
investigation.
I would have to travel with you, but I could still arrange for transport for Nash.
I mean, Fen knows how to drive.
I don't need anyone with me.
That's not the issue we were trying to. All right.
For the
Well-
record, I should ask the DM this because I feel like Nash would know. There is not
Is it just a one-on-one?
correct any specific documentation that these folks will have or a secondary account that I will need to bring them with for this meeting, correct?
No, this is just a check-in with the parole officer to make sure that you're in the location you're at and to just do some basic Q&A stuff.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
but didn't he miss the check-in? Like the last one?
He gave me an extension, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
The last one being the first one.
Yeah.
So Rick is going to do a quick search online and contact the local limousine and town car rental
Okay.
and hire a driver for Nash for the whole day.
Okay. Okay.
What do you-
That. Let me look up the pricing for that. You guys go ahead and continue.
I mean, I don't-
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd go with you, but I'm a bad representation, so
I don't need a car for the whole day. I mean, it's probably faster on public transport anyway. Like, stay out of the traffic. I mean,
Yeah, but this way, you'll be taken care of and you won't have to worry about any trouble.
you are in a known
Plus, you can
associate of
get him-
Boston.
I don't know about known. But
And think of how it would represent for your new working position if you show up in a town car.
or maybe they think I'm getting money from somewhere that I shouldn't be. It might bring more questions.
That doesn't make sense. You'll be fine.
It whatever makes you most comfortable, Nash. If you want us to step back, we can step back. I unfortunately don't have a lot of no in this side of dealings.
I'll be fine on my own, I think. You guys take care of your thing. Stay safe.
Keep your comm on.
Please.
I've been told I can't during the meeting, but
Well, obviously, but
Start like a panic button or something.
yeah. Well, I'll let you guys know if there's an issue.
With that, I'll pack him a little sandwich and be like, make sure you have this with you.
Thanks.
we have a while before that's a thing. Because it's early yet, right?
Oh yeah, no, you guys, it's like 8:30.
Oh.
But
I'll put it in the fridge then and be like, don't forget this.
I'll try not to.
So you're just having breakfast. You're just doing all this over breakfast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You guys do probably need.
Hey, dearie, I've packed you a sack lunch.
It's 8 o'clock now. It's like 9 a.m. before you guys are on the road. 3 hours there, or 2
Leaves
hours
us about
there.
noonish by the time we get there. Lunchtime.
And then however many hours you spend, and then back. I mean, if you guys leave soon, you'll be back hopefully about the same time I'm back.
Yeah.
And then we can go, I don't know.
Unfortunately, for about half of us, going about the town isn't exactly the best idea.
True. But if there's crowds, we can hide in crowds pretty easily.
There is that.
Yeah.
Maybe we could catch the end of the competition.
You
I don't
moved your
think it's
desk
the kind of
around.
competition you're thinking. It's basically like a spelling bee.
Oh, so it's not like a robot fight?
No, it's presentations of inventions and such that they've created and want to get sponsored for the most part.
I mean,
But there'll be.
like, wouldn't you see the winner and hear about the coolest thing if you showed up at the end?
Potentially. Though a
These
lot of
things always
I mean, we can.
there might be a award ceremony at the end, but it's more of a convention of sorts that I've always understood.
If you don't want
Am
to
I
go, we
getting
don't
that
have to
right?
go.
Piers? I'm
are
fine
always
with
fun,
going. I
though.
just don't want. I don't want it to be something that I get entirely too excited about, and everyone else is like, "Oh, regret."
Dear, don't ever apologize for being excited about anything. You are you. Just because we aren't excited about it doesn't mean you can't be.
And Ben's gonna sit with that for a hot second, going, Thank you?
Besides, these things always have stands with like plenty of good food. So,
There is that. Potentially a lot of booze.
You
we could
hope
find
for
cool little
something?
gadgets.
I have not. No, Icky, no.
You get one little taste, and all of a sudden, that's all you're thinking about.
No, more of a Ramita likes it, and I figured that's a common standing point. Believe it or not, a lot of academics are largely into inebriation. I just don't particularly find it entertaining.
Oh yeah, they've been working on those ones that are the pods for a while. Those are really cool. Those are real right now, so I'm assuming they're real right then.
Those
That's
have been
okay,
out for a
Gears.
while.
The what? Pods?
Little
Yeah,
pod drinks.
yeah.
Tide
Where
pods of alcohol.
Are those the ones
Basically.
just pop them in your mouth.
where they make the
You mean
little
the-
cups out of chocolate and you can crunch on
You mean
them?
the miso soup pods? Yeah,
Something like that.
sure.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's got
Yeah.
seaweed wrapping, melts in your mouth. Yep.
Yeah.
Nash, that's a shot, and most of the time it is pudding in that. But those are good too. Like an alcohol pudding.
I guess it's aptly named because I'm usually putting it in my mouth.
Hey, Blade, if you want to go ahead and just clip that for later use.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll go to that thing.
I
I'm
think
sorry,
that's a
Emerald,
good.
wouldn't a Sunny D flavored hard seltzer just be a weird screwdriver?
Oh, I think let's go to break with that.
Hot cocoa and maybe some popcorn or a hot dog. And with that being said, it is time to bring the show. Welcome the cast and crew of Breaking Character Now. Hello, everyone.
Wine with hot cocoa.
So we do use hot cocoa with Rumple Mints.
Woohoo!
Hey, there we go.
Make some of out.
Well, hello.
Hello, everyone. We are back. Still trying to mess with each other. Nothing's different. We are. Yes. Cool.
There's
So,
nothing with
what is the party going to do now? We have decided they are going to split up.
Well, because the parents
And-
are out of town, I thought we said we were going to have a party.
Right?
Let's split up, gang.
Dad's left. Let's completely
What
wreck his
the-
place.
Chat, you heard it. Fen also called Boston Dad.
Oh,
Blade's gone. I don't gotta worry no more.
Emerald, clip it.
Emerald is blade number 2.
Roller's Blade too. Oh no.
Also, thank you, Emerald, for resubscribing.
Yes.
Oh, with the
Thank you
prime.
for
Absolutely.
thank you for supporting the channel.
We were in the
Oh.
middle of something and the noise came out of nowhere on my end. So it was awesome.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Okay.
When that happens, I get like chimes in my ears. So
You should have that looked at.
yeah. My life like.
Well, I mean, only if it
changes.
persists for more than 4 hours.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, At that point, I'll see a doctor.
We broke darkness, and now they left.
They've just left. Done with our shenanigans. But yeah, I think
Right.
it's gonna be Nash is gonna do his thing with his thing and his PO, and we are just gonna head off to the professor.
I
Okay.
would like to read back what you just said. Nash is gonna
Yeah, do it.
his thing with his thing.
His ting with his ting.
Listen, it
Yes.
didn't work. The words
So-
were not coming. I am not Fenrana. I don't have the words.
Look, all right. The rest of y'all can't heckle me if you can't string together regular sentences, okay?
We can totally heckle you. That's the point. We gotta drag you down to our level.
Exactly.
So Nash, since we'll start here, we'll have the group is going to be split up between Nash versus Fen, Ramita, and Baldric, right? Correct.
Yes. Correct.
Okay. So, Baldric, you walk with your companions back to your vehicle and get in and drive off, taking the 2-hour trip, 2-hour plus trip with traffic towards the professor.
And I do call him before, or give him a notice that I am coming beforehand.
Okay. They're totally fine. Expecting the
Patronum?
what?
Let's
Oh
express
yes.
Oh.
The visit. You leave. We'll say around 10ish.
9:30, 9:10, 10ish.
9:30. So okay, so right after breakfast.
Yee.
And then so you'll get there around 12:30ish. And Nash, your trip isn't going to take as long. You can show up within 45 minutes of leaving. The vehicle arrives up front. It is a hover vehicle, as Baldric put in the requirements for your destination.
I thought we were okay.
I had already said that I hired it before he said he was going to use it.
Okay.
So, Nash, do you decide not to take it, or?
Nash will take it.
Sorry, buddy. You can go shopping afterwards. do the Nash thing. Adventure.
Also, if you ask, we'll send you shopping money.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Make sure you go to the mall after your trip.
Get some candy and
Enjoy the
Is
food
this
court.
over comms? Is that am I understanding this correctly?
Yes,
Let's
it
go.
is.
Finn and Rick are being the adoptive parents that they. Here's some money. Here's a vehicle. Go spend some money. Make a day of yourself. Anywho, so going through the city, a lot of the traffic is starting to build up as the contest is is supposed to start somewhere around 10 and end perhaps around 4-ish. So it's starting to get thick already. And but you make your way down through into the industrial area. The office is located in a wide and squat building made of thick stone bricks, a combination of mason instruments. Part of it looks older, some of it is newer, some of it is refined to match and fill in the. It's not one piece, but it looks like an amalgamation of a few. There are iron bars on the windows, and as you pull up, it is covered in soot, covered in grime. It is dirty. It is definitely worn. The edges are kind of rounded, as there were perhaps people putting their hands on the corners or vehicles in the past running into it, or it's seen better days.
So, by the way, Nash will show up super early. He'll get the driver to drive him there probably. Let's see, it's 9 a.m. He'll probably head out at 10:30.
Okay.
And do sort of the when I fly, I will go verify that my gate is exactly where I expect it to be, and then go off somewhere else. And that's sort of the tact that he is going to take, because he's going to try to probably get a haircut, because the man got out of prison a week ago, so he has not had good self-care since then. So he is going to be doing a bunch of self-care tests, get a haircut, probably a mani-pedi, to get everything cleaned up and nice, and then go and probably get himself like some slacks and a button-up shirt, so that he looks presentable.
Not gonna wear the clothing you bought the night before.
Not to this.
Okay.
Treat yourself.
Okay. With the advice of the driver, who is also an android, driving you around, you find a very nice place, a big and tall type of shop to get a good, presentable outfit. Not necessarily a formal suit or tuxedo, but like maybe something laid back, like jeans and a suit jacket with a t-shirt underneath or something, casual but nice looking.
Yeah, I think he might go more of like a khakis button-up style, where it's like, it's casual, but it is like it's like a business casual, I guess, is what I'm actually looking for.
Okay, a sweater vest.
Probably not sweater vest. Sweater vest
Or
shouts trying too hard.
Maybe the IT vest. Anyway,
with a pocket protector.
Like I said, I think we'll keep it simple for him for this one.
Sure, collar, shirt.
Yeah, the collared shirt and khakis.
Sounds good.
He wants to look like he works at State Farm. That's the kind of vibe we're getting for here.
Sure, and he's got a nice haircut. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that should sop up a lot of time.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, he may go and do some other self-care things, but,
Okay. So you arrive there early, probably 10 minutes early before your assumed 2:30 appointment.
He's anxious, so he'd probably get there a little bit earlier if he could. If things ran long, 10 minutes, but he'd be there half an hour.
Okay.
Pretty easily.
The door is open already when he gets there.
And I don't remember the name of his PO.
The officer...
Hector Barbosa. I remember you told us that.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't trust him.
Yeah, obviously never trust somebody called Barbosa.
It's Griswold Stonefist.
That's just as bad. I'm sorry.
What?
Not bad as in like a bad name. That's just as bad as in like don't trust him.
Okay.
Also, like, don't go on Christmas vacation with him.
I just want to double check. Griswold Stonefist.
Yes.
Nash is even more nervous. Nash is even more nervous now.
I love it.
All right, so do you enter the premise or?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll hear a.
Or by the premise, do you mean like the office? So like he's in the waiting room type thing, or?
Are you going to enter the building?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just didn't want to walk into this person's like private office, walk up to their desk.
No, right. You were saying he's nervous, so I didn't know if he was like pacing in front of the door, if there was some other kind of RP you wanted to do.
No. He'll go and check in at a front desk or whatever that looks like.
Okay. So inside this, so first off, the door, taking a few steps up, there's like a little bit of an entryway, a curved archway. The door is industrial steel, but it's more of a style thing than it has anything to do with actually trying to keep people out. It's also covered in soot and grime, as is the area. The handle is actually smooth, of course, because of the usage over the years. And inside, the walls are lined with shelves and shelves and shelves of ledgers, files, thick iron bars partition off areas of the room where confiscated weapons and contraband are kept, as they were acquired upon inmates showing up with them in tow or for whatever reason. Furniture is heavy, durable. It is more of a knit pattern, a really tough, like almost canvas type of material. Some areas of it is worn. The corners scratched and frayed. The foot legs are made of iron and reinforced in the areas of the furniture. The desk, there are 2 desks. There's one in the front where there would be a receptionist, but there isn't as of currently. It is made of wood. And then even further back of the room, there's another desk. It is messy. It has all kinds of papers. There's a computer laptop. There's a couple types of computers. Looks like there was an attempt to upgrade the technology a couple of times, but some parts of it look like it might still be used. There's an old computer, a new computer, upgraded. There's an ornate shelf where sensitive documents and records are stored. It is all neatly ordered in the back, and then there are documents all over the desk. There is a dwarf sitting in the chair, looking over a file, hologram file, on his wrist. Looks like it might be a old-fashioned wristwatch. Wearing practical clothing of leather pants, or leather shoes, excuse me, cotton, denim, and just has a no-nonsense, gruff, like resting bitch face, kind of, beard, and graying on the sides of the beard, sides of the face, and big bushy eyebrows. And is just scanning over things until he sees you at the door and goes, "Oh, hey, are you Nash?"
Real quick, so Tony alarm bells are going off immediately, because Nash does not know how to answer this question.
Oh wait, did I say no? He did not ask if he was Nash. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I was
Hey,
like,
you.
is this a trap? Are we?
No. This is the DM forgetting. Yes. No. Hey, are you Finnegan?
Nope. No. He'll probably introduce himself.
Was because the name was attached to the sim chip, and that's what he's been following.
Yes. But that's a different sim chip. He'll announce himself. Probably with Officer Griswold, Marcus Murphy, reporting in.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. No, that was a DM faux pas. Sorry.
Okay. It's only like
I thought
he
was
only
just
has like 7 names. It's fine.
Yeah, he does. Like only 7. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Murphy. Yeah. Come in, sit down. And he offers the what would have been the receptionist chair behind the other desk.
He'll probably pull it out, turn it around so he's facing the officer, and sit.
Okay. So, how you doing? How you been? You look good. Did you get cleaned up?
Yeah, I took some time.
That's good.
It's working on the little things. It's only been a week, so found a gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. He scratches his beard and kind of just pulls it along. Well, I mean, it's good you get work. That's a good step forward. As I told you, cowboys are. It's walking a fine line for just getting out, but it's not against any rules. You didn't. Thankfully, you didn't break any rules. Had you been gone this long without accepting the offer, you'd probably be back where you were by now. You'd probably be pulled in by one of them cowboys, to be honest.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, no, of course not.
How often do we need? I'm obviously, how often do we need to meet?
Well, the first little bit is gonna be pretty often, pretty frequent. Gotta make sure you are set up and good to go. Can't have you too far. You gotta stay within the state, preferably within the main city area. But some like to go out into the more country area and get. Honestly, it is tough for them to get jobs in the inner city, as a lot of people won't take on ex-cons, but some people have done it and they've made it. But ranching, farming is where a lot of them go. So for the first 6 months, I'd say anywhere between 3 and 4 weeks is a good check-in time. And then after that, let me see. And he pulls up your file and goes through all the. Looks like you're up for 18 months parole. Does that sound right?
I think so.
Yeah. So then after that first 6 months, the next year, I'd say every 2-3 months until, unless, there's an instance, in which case it resets everything back and we gotta have this shock again every once in a while, more like every couple weeks if there's an incident. If you're found outside of the state, that pulls you back in. Any misdemeanors, and we gotta have you come back in. Anything, basically, just to try not to get in trouble. Because we could, if you're comfortable with it, and if you feel like you might waiver off, we do have a halfway house. You qualified to skip that part as your celebrity status, and you were let out on good behavior. Kind of allowed you a little more freedom, but if you think that'd be good, we got a couple down the road, can set you up, and you can just take it from there. It'd be a nice place to start.
I've got housing tied to work at the moment, so that shouldn't be necessary. Is there a protocol if work is requiring travel outside of the state? Is there a waiver for that, or is that a no-go?
Bright says hydrate and stretch.
Who does?
Bright, redeemed a hydrate.
Oh.
Thank you, Bright.
Hi, thank you.
Also, haven't seen Brett in a while, Bright. So, just throw some shade at him for us.
I can throw shade from his chat. It's good. We're fine.
All of the shade.
So,
Also, are we just gonna blow past Nash being a celebrity? Nobody's gonna comment on that out loud?
Chat did, but
Chat being me.
no, not just you. Emerald did as well.
so just let me know. I think given 48-hour notice, you can go just about anywhere you need to. Just let me know. I'll get you your permissions and the passport to go there for as long as you need, and keep in communication with me. Why you plan on going somewhere?
I mean, you've met cowboys. They don't sit still super much, and it's real hard to be missing meals, because the job's somewhere else, and I gotta sit at home and twiddle thumbs.
Wait, yeah, no, don't blame me for one second there. You need a job. Most cowboys, yeah, you're right. They don't sit for very long, but then again, it depends on the job, and if they can get a job, because there's so many out there. Sometimes you be around for weeks before you get a lead on anything. So, do you guys have a lead? Are you guys already on a case?
Yeah, we're on a case.
Oh, that's good. That's good luck. That's damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's a complicated one. We've been, it's honestly, it's been wild.
Okay.
We're dotting I's and crossing T's and taking care of everything, but like, it's a complicated job. So I just I wanted to ask the question so that I know what paperwork and stuff needs filled out.
Okay. Yeah. Shit like that. Normally, like I said, 48 hours. Cowboys, sometimes the paperwork gets streamlined. Sometimes it gets pushed back depending on what it is. Are you on your own, or are you deputized, or what's
I'm working with not quite fully deputized yet, but also under the umbrella, if that I'm still learning all the right terms.
Well, if you got an assigned what they call master, which is just a weird name, but it's basically the key point on your agenda. They take care of the paperwork, and it's more gets done. It gets done better than if you were to be on your own, which doing on your own, it takes a while. And a lot of independent cowboys that just come out of jail, just they can go months without getting their license and then getting a job, and then it's hard. A lot of them end up, like I said, going back into the slammer because of that. But if he's got
this one's affiliated with the church, and I think with Levanter. Nope, that's it from a different D&D game. With Lythander.
Lanther. Yeah, Lanther. They take on a few cowboys, which is, and honestly, I'm surprised you didn't say it with the church, because we got a lot of ex-cons out there too. Of course, I can't say anything about that, but
it was tempting. But,
yeah, no, absolutely. Start over, have from scratch, not even be yourself. That's a lot of them go out there for that reason.
Yeah, that's always tempting.
Yeah. Not all of them make it, because some of them take that new lease and just kind of fuck themselves over, but, you know, to each their own. But anyhow, so you got, yeah, so, like, talk to them. If you want, I can help out with, you know, expediting some of that paperwork. Just keep me in the loop. Let me know. I can't know all the details, but like they have a paper trail, what they call a job ID. If they got a job ID for you, I can follow that, and then it'll just give me the basics of where you're going, where you're headed, and I can get the visas and things taken care of for you, you know, on my end.
Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'll send you a message when I know more about it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, because like Cowboys, what they do is usually confidential, but the job ID gives a good summary of where they're going, who they expect to be picking up, and how long it might take them, and that's really all I need to know.
Yeah. Alright.
So yeah, send me that job ID, and I will patch it to you. Any licenses or visas or permissions you need for anything related to that. Sort of, you know, like being an actual officer.
Okay.
Did he tell you the officers have you know, higher rank than Cowboys?
I mean, that makes sense. But
Yeah.
I mean, we yeah, not in so many words.
Okay, so yeah, just don't let, like I said, some of these Cowboys are you know, sketchy at best. You have an officer of the state or international. Usually those laminate. I forget what they're called. Those.
Wait, did we real quick? Because I don't remember player knowledge versus personal knowledge here. Did we ever get told that what? Yeah, we did get told that you're called a lumen, right? Blood.
I believe Fenrana did use the word lumen at some point, and it looks like they're frozen.
It does, in fact, look
Oh
like
no.
that. Yeah.
I want to say player knowledge, definitely. Character knowledge, I think it was mentioned once. Briefly.
Gotcha. So I won't.
It's up to your character if they remembered.
Maybe. But not enough to correct somebody on it.
Sure. Internally, he may be like, I know what they're talking about. Yeah.
I think I know. Like.
Oh, that's where they're gone.
And.
They're back.
He's struggling. Okay, that's fine. Can you hear us, Blood?
Also, DM, you got it.
We can't hear you.
We're good. We're
Woohoo!
good. I'm back. Oh my lord, I was sitting here going, okay, what do I need to disconnect? What do I? That was a struggle.
Blood, is it canon that Fenrana mentioned their status to the group, or especially to Nash? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you know the word lumen from the discussion before, but the dude didn't get it right. And they unfortunately they have well, fortunately, unfortunately, I don't know. It depends on who you are. They supersede many officers, and that, depending on where you are at, that might be a boon. That might be, you know, sand in your pants, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll run into that. But I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. And like I said, it depends on the personality of them and definitely their restrictions. They may ask for your help. They might kick you off the case completely, which then you are out of a pay for that, which kind of sucks. But be kind, be good to them, especially being an ex on parole. You know, you don't want to say the wrong thing and get thrown back on some stupid, behavior thing, some kind of mutiny cause or whatever.
Do they do that often?
The asshole ones do, yeah. A lot of them have a power trip and they want everything to go through them, and they don't really work with anyone. Some of them, like I said, born and raised from where they, hail from, that Auroran northern state, but I don't know. I heard some of them are nice, but most of the time I encountered dickheads.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind the next time I see one.
Yeah. Keep your head down low, do what you're told. Maybe they'll pass on some credits to you.
I'm trying.
All right, well, it's good to see you, Murray. So, yeah. How about give me a ID, and if you're on a case now, let's say about 5 weeks. Come back, say hi. Let me take a good look at you, make sure you're not in any real trouble. You aren't in any real trouble now, are you?
Just parole.
Okay. That's good. It's good.
Nothing that I know about.
He looks up at you with his big bushy eyebrows. I'm here for you. Okay? I'm not, any of them from on the inside. I was one yourself. It's been decades, and I want to help. So, let me know. I can, this here, you and me, you can say whatever, and none of it can go on record. Texting, messaging, it's a little harder to hide, but, if you want a code word, tell me. We could you just text it, and I'll be, we'll talk. Just let me know. I can help get you out of trouble before it starts. But once you're in trouble, I can't do anything. I'm my hands are tied. But,
real quick, on the record, chat did redeem both a hydrate and a stretch. Just Gears and Tony left. If you guys could pay attention, my goodness.
That's why they have you, Rev.
Role playing here. I'm focused on the game. You can just
Get your
Also,
head in the
Rat hit us all in the head a lot.
Rat?
or twat.
Oh, there's lots of bonk. Emojis. I don't know what those are technically called. Emotes. I think.
Looks like it.
Why are we in trouble with Brett?
For Boston being Nash's master.
Anywho.
I heard that as soon as you said it, and I was like, I'm just not not reacting.
I was going with Apprentice, but yeah. Anywho. All right. Well, I got some more work to do. Is there anything else you need?
You mind praying with me?
Yeah, sure. No problem.
And I'm not gonna make up a prayer to Levant or to.
That's fine.
Lythander right now.
Don't make one up. Just speak from the heart.
But he is going to do a quick, guiding light of let the guiding light of Lathander lead us, you know, to redemption, yada yada, basically.
Okay. Yep.
So
When you finish, he nods his head and is like, "So, yeah.
Where's
All right. Well, you have a good day, and check out that contest going on. I don't think you're a local here, so like, you know, that'd be good place to, you know, get to, you know, dip a toe in the area and feel out how the people are, because I think you like it here."
I mean, that wouldn't be bad. There's not like a like a small temple. There's like a shrine for Lathander nearby.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, that's that'll be over in the cuz you came from what district you come from? Here in the industrial we got there's a temple down the street, but then there's like a bigger church down in by the square. There's a couple religions out in the area. Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's where one of the bigger churches is. Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 in this city, especially for Lathander, but like any other of the ones you want to check out, they're all around here. Not as impressive as Vorak, but yeah, they do their job.
Thanks, and just to be sure, you're no relation, right?
Who?
Stonefist.
I mean, it's a pretty common last name. Like I'm sure it's yeah. I don't know. Like, I got several siblings and a couple dozen cousins and yeah, no, it's there are quite a few
you don't
Stone
know
Fist.
what you're talking about, do you?
Sorry, no.
Then that's probably a no.
Sounds well, you know, if you think, just send them my way. You know, I'm always good to meet family. But anywho, yeah.
Thanks. And he's just gonna like out of there.
Okay. Have a good day. Alright, and you leave, and what does Nash do after that?
Nash is because Nash probably has some time still, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That took over like half an hour.
He will check on in the crew since they haven't done their stuff yet. I don't want to actually RP that out, but he'll do a check-in with the crew before heading, depending on what their answer is, either to the temple or to Boston's apartment.
Sounds good. While that is going on, there is a trip, 2 hours, to wee little town outside of the main city, Ithros. Of a wee little town, if I pull up my notes, switching directions.
Switching gears entirely.
Yes.
Tony, tell us about the masks.
What?
The masks.
Yeah.
The masks. The masks that they can't see on stream.
Yeah,
Oh.
they can't. In the background, I've got masks from Honduras, Guatemala, Malaysia, and Kansas.
One of these.
3 of them sound very.
I don't know. Have y'all ever been to Kansas?
Unfortunately.
Ironically, the one that looks the most like Rick is from Kansas.
Let me just say, nothing good is in Kansas. And Brett is in Kansas.
Alright, so... I don't like those. Alright, where's my... There we go. Eschen. ESHN is the name of the town that you guys are headed to. 2-hour drive outside the city. I want to say at least an hour and a half of it was to get out of the city, from the area that you were in. But once you are out of the city, you're on the highway, and it takes a good 30-40 minutes of straight, 65 mile per hour traveling. It gets very desolate. The farm fields are everywhere. It's corn, it's wheat, it's cows and horses and all kinds of animals. And you come up onto this little town. The roads start to go from the main material, concrete, rubber-ish, down to the hard gravel and then dirt. You come up upon this little cottage. There are some trees in the area. It starts to get a little more dense with trees and nature as you get closer to this little town that's super old. The trees are massive. You come up to this little cabin-like cottage. There's a little porch up front. The walls are like these giant pieces of like cabin, like trees. Some of them are bigger than others. Like there'll be a really wide one on the base and some smaller trees. They're not all the same size, but they're all patched together with a thatched roof. There's a peaceful little garden out in front, fruit trees all around, flowers, herbs. Some of them are in season and blooming. Others have begun the process of getting fruit on them. And there is parts of the thatch that are covered in wood and hay. On that porch, there is a little rocking chair. The bottom rocking legs are made of iron, where the top part is made of wood, and then there is a weaved basket for the seat and back. The inside, the round windows are some curtains, lace, purple and blue. And there is a light inside. It doesn't seem too dark.
Real quick, time to hydrate from Distal's place. Thank you, Distal's place.
Thank you, Distal.
Thank
Cat
you.
wants us to pee.
I guess.
Very much. I'm surprised I haven't.
They are drowning us tonight.
We're not even being
They
thirsty
are.
right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
That part passed.
Ironically, Blade left and then chat got thirsty.
Isn't that how it always goes?
What do you guys do? It is midday, so you guys showed up probably the brightest part of the day.
Yeah. And this is the building that the coordinates lead to, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I'll just step out of the car and make my way to the front door.
Okay.
Looking
There
around.
is
Sure.
a cute little old-fashioned bell affixed on the outside, and it has the spring loaded for a type of door knocker.
I'll ring.
After what seems like 4 or 5 minutes, you hear, and this wooden door opens to this little old halfling gnome with wrinkles all over her face, mostly around the eyes and the sides of the face, but also like cheeks, all the way down the forehead. Hair is all gray. Some of it's white. Hello. Are you the one that messaged?
I am. I can't remember this person's fucking name. I have it in my chat. One sec. I have it in the stuff that I pinned with you.
Uh-huh.
We are tired and weary. We have traveled many miles.
Well, hello. Welcome. Come in.
I'm not finding this person's name for the. Ahaha! Destir Heelmaker.
Yes, I am
words.
Destil. Please come in. And they kind of scoot back and opening the door.
Yeah, we'll make our way in, and I'm. Oh, little old lady.
This person is wearing a very white flowered dress with ruffles around the neck, and the sleeves go down to the middle of the 3/4 sleeves with ruffles on the end, and the little apron that has both paint and flower on it. Please come in. Inside the cottage, there are shelves on either side. There's this so the main area that you come into is the living room. There is a fireplace to the left. You can see the kitchen from where you are, but there's no doors, but you can see, but there is a corner wall dividing the area.
Mm-hmm.
There is a countertop sink. There's a smaller fireplace stove with a boiling cauldron in there. There is chairs surrounding the fireplace to the left. It is on. It is nice and warm in there. And then there's a long couch on the right side. There are bookshelves on either side of the couch. Smaller half shelves around the other chairs of the fireplace. There are old-fashioned lamps, but there are illuminated or powered with either battery or what seems like a hydro sort of anyways, it is self-powered. There are all kinds of strange artifacts all over the room and shelves as well. Little clay things, little porcelain, some metal, glass pieces. Looks like they're either excavation memorabilia or even some trip related. I don't want to say antiques. Like
Knickknacks?
the tourist gift from the gift stores and stuff.
Yeah.
Someone will have that word. I don't have it right now.
Curios?
Memorabilia. What?
Curios?
That too. I was thinking of something else, but yeah, curios. Knickknacks. It'll come to me after the stream ends.
Bullshit.
No.
There's a carpet. There's rugs. The floor is divided into 4 sections. The hallway goes down and around the corner, and there's looks like a bathroom down the hall, and there's probably a bedroom around the corner, if not maybe 2. But it is a cute little cottage. All the cushions are new, but the chairs are rather old. Oh, please come in. Would you like any coffee or tea? I have started some water.
Coffee would be fantastic. Thank you again for allowing us to meet.
Oh no, absolutely! I haven't had a visitor in months. It's wonderful, especially anyone who wants to ask about my work. It's wonderful. Please come in.
If you don't mind me asking, who was your last visitor?
I think it was one of the grandkids, great grandkids. Sorry, I forget. No matter. I'll remember.
It's super easy. There's so many of them, and they just keep coming.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. You understand.
Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I love them all dearly, but
I keep telling them, wait a little longer. I won't be able to know everyone's name anymore. But they seem to have them younger and younger every year.
it definitely seems that way.
Grannies.
But you know what? They're wonderful all the same. All those little pitter patter of the feet.
For the first couple of years, yes, some of them are little hellions.
Tell me about it. I have one at my house right now.
I always tell them they can visit, but they can't stay.
Yeah, I'm taking care of them for a good. Well, I'm not there right now, but they're there for a reason.
Oh, that's good on you. I can't keep up anymore. Been retired for 40 years, and I still feel like it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, please, have a seat anywhere. Take yourself. I have all kinds of. Just make yourselves comfortable. I'll be right back. She kind of waddles into the kitchen.
Fennel, take a seat wherever is most convenient.
I'm gonna lean into Fen and be like, how old is she?
Ancient. She's been retired 40 years, meaning she served quite a long time as a professor already. So there's that.
But like, I'm old, and I don't feel that old.
To be fair, you don't look that old either.
No, she does seem to be a bit higher. There's also the fact that gnomes and halflings age completely differently.
I didn't know. Okay. I just wanted to make sure you guys didn't see me that way, because...
No.
Okay.
You are sprightly, young, and feisty.
Oh, I know I ain't young, girl. Or kid. But... hell, sprightly makes sense.
For the second.
I am not young, but...
Spirited, then.
as long as I can still kick someone's butt, that's all that matters.
She comes in with a...
Not because you can't kick any higher.
If you throw me, I'll be able to kick higher.
We all know I can't.
Neither of us can.
That's why I jump off Nash.
She comes in, the apron has been removed, and she now has a shawl wrapped around her shoulders, and she's carrying a tray with 4 teacups and a kettle in the center, as well as some bags for coffee to steep the way you would steep tea. And some little bowls with sugar and a creamer thing. She comes in, sets it down on the little coffee table in the middle of the area next to the fireplace. And she sits down in her little chair that's more suited for her size than any of the other furniture.
Yeah.
All right. So, what questions did you have for me specifically?
It was more about your theories made on the application of using magic to age individuals and how infusing them, that sort of process.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Is that why? Did you test that out?
Test? Who? No. Mine is all my research. My goodness. So my research started when I was about 148. In the area of arcane history, and just went on about all the parts of the natural world where we just lost some information due to some of the war that happened back before. And then when I found some missing data, I went to go fill it in. Of course, we don't like missing data. It's all important. I found there was a part of the war that there was a rebellion. And it started when some women noticed their children had advanced in age. Some previous historian had said that this advance age was a myth, and these women were just grieving over their children going to war at such young age. But there was a entry in a journal where a woman mother had said she noticed her 11-year-old leaving and coming back as a 16-year-old only months later. And this did not seem to come from a woman who was hysterical over grief, as the child had returned home and stayed and lived out its long life with them. If the child had died from war, this could have been understood, but they
returned.
Exactly.
And so it's just theoreticals found in history, correct?
It was, until I spent a good part of 4 decades looking into it and discovered a formula. With a material that we had thought had long disappeared from history. What had happened was during the long multi-century war between the two caste systems of the name's gonna lose. I always forget the name. Oh no. If I had a copy of my work, unfortunately, they confiscated all of that when I retired. They took it as their property at the university, which I can't blame them.
Meaning all official copies of your data are going to be within the university?
Absolutely. When you spend your life as a researcher, they end up, confiscating.
Taking you for everything you're worth.
Exactly. They do credit you, so, well, it's not all bad. I will be maintained through history as the main researcher for it, but I cannot have any copies here, sadly. But I will relay as much as I can from my memory. So, where was I? The war, yes. The war went on for several centuries before they came to a peace, of which we will be celebrating next year for the 250th anniversary in peacetime. Has it been that long?
Do I understand the war she's talking about?
Yes, absolutely. This war went on for several centuries. In fact, with her age, you would think that she probably was a part of that war. Not a part of it, but lived through some of it.
True.
Depending on the area, some people will still remember it. Full elves will, half elves probably. Anyone older than 250 may. Not entirely, but it's like the equivalent of going to Disneyland at the age of 4 and then being like, oh yeah, I remember that.
That was a thing that happened, but I don't remember the specifics.
Exactly. So there isn't really too many people alive today that will have actually been through it. If you do run into someone, they're going to be more than likely 500 or plus. Or 400 plus.
Will be that Goofy was a scary motherfucker.
Something like that, yeah, equivalent. And even then,
terrify me, man.
And even then, if they did live through it, they were probably so far on the outskirts of it, they only heard about it through other people.
Others' experiences.
Yes, like a friend of a friend of a friend of a family member kind of thing, which is hence why they lived through it. Those memories are going to be the equivalent of going through, like our older people going through the Great Depression. They'll remember not having stuff and probably not having as much to eat and that sort of thing, going through a deprivation kind of phase, but yeah, they weren't directly involved with it. So, her research is, of course, going to be like somebody born today researching the 70s, you know?
Yeah.
So it's long enough. There's a
It's not
decent,
ancient history, it's more of a recent history.
for her.
Yeah.
But for anyone born
For anyone else,
in the game, yes,
it's more of when she
so
started
hard.
researching it, it was still somewhat recent history.
Yes, exactly. And so that's how her participation was very useful to fill in all those gaps of
Crazy
adding
old bat,
information.
your whole life is ancient history.
So like my mom would have known, but Ramita would have not.
Exactly. Yes. Remita's mom, if her mom was still alive, she would be able to tell her some of the stuff. So yeah, and she goes through that. It's like, so yeah, the mother, she helped with her neighbors to start a rebellion to stop this aging. But to do so, they had to find out where it was coming from and how it was coming to be. And they found out that the mages of the era were giving this formula, this liquid to the children. Well, it started off as giving it to the soldiers to help them be more powerful in the war. As an adult, it really doesn't change much. It does make them more enhanced, more powerful. It wasn't until they started giving it to younger folks that they noticed it aged people. I want to say, because the war efforts, they started getting younger and younger soldiers, so they had to give the same potion, or they wanted to the newer soldiers to get them as powerful as possible to get them into the front lines. And when they reduced the age of recruitment, that's when they noticed the aging, and they kept getting younger and younger soldiers.
So it seems to only hasten those who have yet to hit puberty, or adulthood.
Well, in my research, it seemed to, what it does is it increases a person's personal capacity. And in order to have a larger capacity, one must have more,
It must develop more.
Yes, adults have the most capacity, even if that capacity isn't as much as they have studied or practiced. They could still expand to learn and do more. It's just, it affects the physical body in children because their capacity is only linked to their age. So we give the bottle to the formula to the children, and it puts them at the max capacity as soon as possible, which in effect ages them. It's more of a side effect than a main goal.
Yeah.
Did you just say we?
Huh?
Like we'd give it to them?
I don't. Huh? No. What?
Inside check.
Honestly, as a DM, I don't think I said that. If I did,
Okay, cool.
that's not a part of it.
Okay.
That is sorry.
I just wasn't sure if I heard it correctly or if my mind's like putting stuff in.
I'm not
Suddenly,
gonna
this
Is
little
canonically also
gnome lady
very
is
old
evil.
and is therefore hearing things.
I think I started, because I'm trying to do the whole starts one sentence and then does another sentence, and I think I started and cut off at the wrong part. That's on me. So Yeah, there was a dead end until we found a, preserved body. The researchers in the, shit, my brain, archaeology? Found a corpse from the same era, and I was able to help excavate it, and was able to have samples of the tissue afterwards, and discovered the pieces of the former potion in the blood of the tissue. And then was able to add that into my research, which was great and wonderful. And I was probably 78 years ago?
70 years ago.
78. I was like, that was, yeah, that was probably the best part of the research I was able to add and provide with my paper. Unfortunately, the conclusions and information I came up with afterwards kind of made it somewhat controversial and almost discredited. But I stand by my work.
Did you test this formula?
Oh, no, absolutely not. No, but what I did do was break it down to its base chemicals and compounds, and not only came up with a formula for it, but found an ingredient that, as I said, seemed to have been lost to history. And that is when everything fell apart.
What ingredients was it that had it falling apart?
It's an ingredient that is not local. It's hardly evasive, and a lot of people say it never existed. Others say it was just it's a deformative of another ingredient, but I say that is what I found, and it is from another continent of this world. It's here. I actually have what I found was, I thought, evidence of where it came from. Be right back. And she comes off her chair and shuffles back into her back room around the corner, and
Yeah.
you hear the clink clink, shuffling and items being moved around, and a big old chest being pulled out, and
This could
Rift.
be potentially very bad.
Why bad? We're learning more stuff about like where it's came from. We can,
Oh,
especially
yes.
if it's
Oh, yes.
elusive, there's gonna be a trail.
But if it is as elusive as she's making it sound, we're gonna have to dig deep to even remotely find the trail.
There is a chance, though, that it is something that would be traded as a rare commodity, and therefore should be easy to track down in the right circles.
Mm-hmm.
We just gotta find the circle.
We have fingers in a lot of different places. Plus, cowboys would be able to contact people that are on the, dark web and stuff.
Mr. Shrim, all of my fingers are right here.
One of them's fake.
You hear a scuffling,
Oh,
and
say.
she comes hobbling out, and here it is, and you see this big old mug, this giant shit. It's this big old mug with this metal, almost pewter-like handle, and it's huge in her hands. It's about like the
It comes in pipes.
That. It looks like that in her hands as she's walking around in the corner. Here, and it's got a kind of a white cover face to it on the mug, and then there's like old English type scripture on it, and says "Taste of tea." And she's like, "This was found in a site near one of the bodies. It was being used as a drinking vessel and possibly storage. And this is it's a little weird, but the name is Tal. I'm not sure, but the material is from this area, and it's a stone that, when ground and melted, turns into a nice, clean green glass. It's very old." She kind of looks at the mug and loses her thought.
And it's the material that the cup is made of.
Oh, no.
So what's
the
in
cup,
it?
No, the cup is basically the traveler who we found it was on their person. So I believe that this is the emblem from where they came from, which is, like I said, from another continent. It's white stone. That's what it's called.
So
All right.
the traveler from Whitestone. So you think that the material is from that area?
Ah, yes.
Do I have any kind of knowledge of any kind of like something that would come from a region that far off? Be it magical or benign or anything like that within my research, or probably not?
No.
Okay.
Your research,
Purely
You
relates to magic and tech.
magic and tech in the modern age, nothing quite so ancient as that. If anything, there are rumors, maybe even a joke that goes around the area, but that's it. They're kind of like the equivalent of Sasquatch. People joke about seeing it or having evidence of it, but it's more fiction than it is anything anyone would base their research on. So like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go find Bigfoot, and that's about as serious as anybody who takes it.
Okay.
You're muted.
Oh yeah,
Am I
Rev
muted?
here. No,
Oh.
Rev is.
Sorry, trying to type notes.
No, it's fine.
Cool. So, this material, they used it to focus the magic into people, or it was just ingested along
yeah,
with whatever
it was-
else.
Yes, it was ingested. Unfortunately, it's also kind of toxic in large amounts. It's the soldiers didn't leave very long after having too much. But it can be done in a healthy way. It's not as powerful as what they were using. My hypothesis is that it was a fairly primitive formula using larger amounts than is necessary. So it's much like making the first prototype of anything. It's a draft, and it can be refined later. The formula, or at least the theory of the formula that I had made, is in the, of course,
Your official documents.
yes, and they are locked away.
Do you know if the magic within this could be siphoned out of someone to reverse the effects.
Potentially.
So
If
you're
it can
saying
enhance, it could also possibly unenhance. I suppose.
during your research, like you found that it was toxic, but it was more afterwards. Like, was it fatal to a lot of the people that took it? Like, only some of them aged and others just straight up died?
Yes. The quantity ingested of the chemical of the white stone was the major factor. Too much, and it would, overpower and kill the being. Some say, or at least the theory or the rumor was, that this would make the individual transcend their body and become more powerful as they became one with the magic. But there's there is no record of anyone returning to said body afterwards. I suppose not that it couldn't happen, but it was definitely not
entirely likely.
Yeah.
Just a few more things. Have you talked to anyone else about this within the last few months?
No, like I said, my last visitor was a grandkid and great-grandkid. Or was it great-grandkid? Anywho, they were just, wanting to know about their inheritance, of which I had to tell them I have none. Researchers, they don't pay much.
No, they do not.
Unfortunately.
Fought.
Oh yes, fighting. The arena. Those paychecks. If only.
Did you also used to fight?
Oh no, I could not. First I never hit the height requirements. And also I just was not a very violent person. I was more into the academics.
Yeah, I fought so my wife didn't have to.
She's a lucky one.
Sweet.
Was there anything else?
So sweet.
She's dead though.
Oh my crap.
I do have one
Jesus
question.
Christ.
With your research, you're saying that you were finding like the components to make it. Did you ever like narrow down how much of the powder was needed, or was it just theorized on that it was that
No,
powder?
it was just a formula, a theory.
Theoretical.
It was not my area to actually do the testing. Not that I would. It's just I wanted to fill in the gaps of the history and the records. And the formula was a rough base estimate. The chemical processes would have to be done by another department.
Do you remember anyone being particularly interested in it at your time?
Oh, this was 40 years ago. Or are you talking when I made it? Because that would have been... Oh.
Any of the
At
time,
any point,
someone that
if
stuck
there
out?
was ever anyone who seemed particularly interested in what it could do.
Oh, like I said, it was hugely controversial. There were so many parties who both wanted it to be true and not true. It was a big deal. I almost
you
lost
couldn't
my
narrow it
credits. Oh no. It became political at some point, and some people used it in their elections, unfortunately, to keep it quiet or to destroy it. I had to take a sabbatical for a short time for my own health.
Yeah. Meaning the only way I'm going to be able to get any clear kind of look of it is if I go home.
Are you from Auroran?
I'm a lumen from Auroran.
Oh, wonderful! That is congratulations.
Thank you.
Someone so young. Oh my, that has to be a new record. Of course, I haven't been around in a few years. There might be someone younger than you, but
I am one of the youngest, yes.
oh, that is wonderful. Youth are so impressive.
You know, I've only been traveling with them for a little bit, and I can agree, completely impressive. Things this kid does, they're gonna change the world.
Oh my, that is so wonderful. Here, you know what? She gets up, puts her coffee down, and starts hopping back into her room. And then a few moments.
To do that.
Few moments later, they come out. Here, this is just a few notes that I have. These are not copies of anything official, but they're just some little side notes that I was able to maintain as a personal document. There is a copy in the official records, though I don't think anybody takes them very seriously, because they are only side notes. My official report remains there, but these are just some thoughts and notes if you would like them. And she hands you this tiny little leather journal that is worn on the edges, obviously opened many times, and a lot of the pages are wrinkled. Some of them, the notes are everywhere. There's drawings, and there's
a
few
full-on,
envelopes.
field notebook.
Yes, very much so.
I love it. I couldn't possibly take...
Oh, no, please, I insist. None of my children or grandchildren or, hell, even the great-grandkids are interested. They're all in for their own, their own things. I, unfortunately, only had a couple of kids, and they both went on to the other, things.
Other field.
They didn't take on the academic interests as I did. But that's fine. To each their own.
Thank you. You do not know how much this could potentially help.
Oh, anything. I'd rather it go to somebody who would actually read it than just burn it.
Of course. Some fair warning, since you've given me such a great gift. Don't talk to anyone else about this. Your research has recently made a comeback.
Oh, I see. I understand. I'm sure no one will find me here. It's...
The only reason I did was because of Professor Auroran. Auroran.
Auroran! He's so sweet. He's such a good looker, too. Oh my. If I was 200 years younger... Man. Anywho,
Yeah.
I suppose it wouldn't be too much to ask him to change my address, just in case something like that is happening. But anywho, I doubt they'll look for me because I'm sure you know or figured out by now. I was not always like this.
Yes, I had a theory.
So if they kind of look, they look for who they think they're looking for, they're not gonna find him anymore. So I'm pretty safe from that. But, and then you have that book, so, almost nothing else is left of him.
You see, I was very confused because I thought we were going to be meeting. Gosh, I didn't realize that you had transitioned.
Oh, yeah. Probably, 60 years now?
Oh, nice. Before you even finished teaching.
Oh, yeah. No, some kids, made comments, and I've always been comfortable in my skin. It just they noticed that I was getting a little I don't know. They made some comments that made me think, and I was just, why not? It's either way. I mean, for a while there, I was non-binary, so it was just kind of. It's just another transition, Getting old is also another transition. I just kind of went with the flow. It wasn't really on my agenda.
Whatever life throws at you,
Life happens. Yeah, exactly. I've had so many hobbies in my life. Knitting was the last one that I gained that I think would cause a lot of people to talk, because it's so soothing. And I would knit when I read my kids my kids' papers. They are my kids. But however, I'm getting tired. I'm sorry.
It's completely understandable.
It's almost time for my afternoon nap anyways.
We'll get out of your hair. This has been invaluable. Thank you again for seeing us.
Absolutely. Take care, and don't be shy if you come back through. Come say hi again.
I would love to.
Will do.
All right. Yes. And all this talk. Oh, so exciting. I'm so glad somebody's getting into it again. All right. I'll see you out. And she gets up and walks over to the door, and
we'll go. Fennel,
very well, friend.
File out, and she closes the door and does a little wave as you guys enter or approach the vehicle.
And of course, that whole time, Rick's cup was never touched.
I imagine just dumping it and start short-circuiting.
Hell, with her memory, she probably started drinking it thinking it was hers too.
I love her.
She's adorable. She must be protected at all costs. If you kill DM, I will revolt.
Don't worry, Rick will come back and kill her in the middle of the night.
No.
Did you guys not know that that's what Rick does? Every NPC we've met, I've killed after we met them.
Tobias is just some kind
of being gone. Oh no.
He puts out the contract at Boston.
Oh gosh.
Rick has a secret protocol he doesn't know about. No witnesses.
So I think that is where we're going to leave off tonight. The crew will rejoin next time 2 weeks from now, because we will not have a stream on the 15th. So let's have a recap starting with Nash about emotions and feelings and thoughts what is going through the characters' minds, and any socials you might want to shout out.
Yeah, Nash is relieved to have that meeting over. He was real worried that his PO was going to say, you need to be back in here like every week, because that was going to start to be a pain in the ass. So that's good. Also, his new friends may hopefully help him speed up paperwork, because we haven't been to a place yet where we had 48 hours notice that we were going there. So that's fun. And then he's very uncertain, because he does not know how to have the conversation he probably needs to have soon. So we'll see when and how that sort of all comes about. You can find me, Tony, on socials, TikTok mostly, at Tony Will Edit, or if you're really feeling fancy, Tony Willed It, which is what Rev likes the best. Speaking of which, I'm going to toss it over to Rev. You're muted, Rev.
He knew that.
Are you saying you couldn't hear that? I was shouting. It was so loud.
Almost.
Anyway,
I could almost hear.
I'm Sanguine Rev, the Bloody Priest, the Sanguine Reverend. And yeah, you can find me in all the places that you can find me. Google exists. Also, if you check out our OnlyFans, you can help spy a hat for Tony.
God damn it! I gotta put another fucking tally.
And if that's not up to your speed, then you can always just check out our Patreon instead.
I'm pretty sure that only counts as one.
That's two separate references and
I do
callouts.
feel like Gimli in this moment. That only counts as one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it to Darkness.
In a world of darkness and destruction, a group of unlikely heroes band together to destroy said darkness and protect the bodegas.
Why are they gonna destroy you?
Yes.
I am Darkness. I am not a social person, but I shall be trying to in the near future. Granny is wanting to protect a granny. So there's that. Just trying to figure out
Granny
what's
Protector
going on.
Brigade. We gotta protect this little old lady.
Yeah,
Listen,
like
natural causes coming for this woman 10 years ago.
No.
natural causes. Okay, I'm okay with natural causes, but like
Does a
if one of
baseball
those
bat count as
bastards
natural
comes out,
causes?
Is what?
Nothing. Definitely didn't say a
This is not
baseball bat.
Minecraft.
Definitely.
This is not Minecraft. You can't just name the fucking weapon. Pops up, natural causes killed.
Definitely not the baseball bat in Boston's office.
no, definitely not. Clean off the blood,
I mean,
hide it in the corner.
Actually,
Who
that
said
bat
it's
was
still
gone
in
this morning when he
Boston's
left.
there it is.
But yeah, Granny wanting to protect Granny.
He's probably a good couple centuries older than your character.
Yeah, my brain's going to poop.
Oh.
It's because
blood.
Darkness is
I am an old
very
lady.
character.
I am an old lady, like 100%. Like
Method acting. That's what I was gonna say.
Method acting.
What have you been whittling this whole time?
Blood. Go ahead.
Boobies.
Very Ramita. Very Ramita.
See, that's how you know this isn't scripted.
Are you kidding me? Is that what you've been working on this entire time? I fucking love it.
Rev, if the things we do are scripted, the writers need to be fired.
Oh, so much.
Wait, before I pass it off to Blood, I do have to say, you can purchase a copy of what I'm whittling on our OnlyFans.
Hey.
Technically, the
That-
tally doesn't
I
have
think
to get
that's a
added
new
because
tally.
It is only for Rev.
Is it just Rabbit getting a tally? Technically, anyway.
Also, you can't purchase physical things on OnlyFans. However, if you'd like to see the finished work whenever it's painted, you can see that on our OnlyFans and our Patreon. Boom, new tally, do it.
Ha!
Oh,
Don't dare
Oh,
dare
what?
Rev. He'll
oh, I knew what,
Let's
what
wrap
would
this
happen
up.
there. Let's be honest, that was a volley for a spike.
Blood was. Let's wrap this up. Blood, go ahead.
Why haven't you taken your turn yet?
I
Because
don't
you keep
know. It's
talking,
a
Rev.
complete fucking mystery. Hi guys. I'm Bloodless King. I play Fenrona Edsith, and they are so beyond pissed off. I don't want to go home. I don't want to do that. That sounds like a bad idea.
I hope you know that if your parents say anything nasty, Ramita might snap.
I don't want to
Uh-oh.
go home. That's a bad idea. I don't like my home.
Kick him in the boy bit.
I live at the school for a fucking reason.
Why don't you just give us all your character background right now?
No.
Hotel with us.
I live in a hotel with you. There we go. I'm just gonna we're just gonna find a hotel somewhere in the very opposite side of Auroran. It's fine.
I mean, that's where Nash
The
lives.
fancy side.
Nash doesn't have a permanent residence.
Nash was offered a halfway house.
I
And was
do
like,
have a house. It's just Academy lodging.
Nash spent the last 3 years being resident of the state.
Okay, as soon as that's found out in game by Granny, she's just gonna tell him to register her address.
Well, that can't happen because he can't live outside of Itheros right now.
Yeah.
He can't
shit.
travel outside of Ithros right now.
everything's fine. It'll be great.
It's fine.
What's
We're
that
gonna
about Tuesdays?
put in the visas. He's
Did
gonna
we
come
hear
with
about
me. He's part of my team. It's fine. It's fine.
Everything is working out perfectly.
There was
all
some
according
two
to
Sims conversation, something about celebrity.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway,
bud.
you're good.
Talking about no one on
So,
this
you
field
know.
will ever recognize Nash.
Is that Markiplier?
But yeah,
Go
so I
ahead,
am
drop your social.
Bloodless King. I'm usually a VTuber. I've just been lazy when it comes to this stream recently because I just haven't pulled up my VTuber, honestly.
And we'd like to see your face.
My
We like seeing the
face!
face.
We like the
Well, it
smiles.
put eyeliner on to match Rev, so let's go.
Let's be honest, if our audience has to
Yes.
see my face the whole time, they should see some other people's faces to like even it out.
Are you
Yeah,
calling
we
us
have
ugly?
All 5 beautiful people.
I don't think mine
and
is the
Brett.
face to try and even something out. It's anyway, but yeah, so I'm a VTuber here on Twitch, as well as you can get most updates from me on Twitter. And I'm gonna attempt at getting back into TikTok. Sorry, I just lagged out there for a hot second.
It's late.
Everybody
That's
follows
My
Love
internet has
fine.
been garbage all night.
Oh, you mean your internet lagged? I thought you were personally lagging.
No.
I'm personally
I
lagging.
got the whole stoppy. Audio started clipping. I was like, nope, I'm not talking. I'm waiting.
Nice. Are you good?
But yeah, and that's pretty much me.
Okay. I don't know if you heard, Rev also has a Twitch stream, which he's actually starting to do more streaming. If you want to see any one of us who stream on Twitch, we'll probably be streaming next week, independently or together. Who knows? We don't know yet. We haven't made those plans, but for
sure.
Oh,
sure,
we're absolutely going to be
stream.
together. It'll be
We
fun.
are, yes, absolutely.
for sure, we will not be on this channel. We will not be D&Ding. Thank you all for joining us. If you're still here listening to us yammer, what are you doing? Go to bed. Thank you for joining us.
Gosh,
have
so
a great
judgmental.
night.
Yeah, how dare
And-
you still be here? Stop watching us.
Until next time, please try not to
Resolution
break
needed.
character. Have a good night.
Good night, y'all.